What's up, Nauset High School?
We love Nauset! What's up, Nauset?
Hi, Nauset. Yeah.
Have a good school year, guys.
Welcome to Nauset News!
Hello, welcome to Nauset News today for a special quarantined episode. I'm your anchor, Max Lang. I'll be delivering announcements and the lineup. Starting off with a statement from the Nauset nurse. All the school nurses in the district are still accessible to staff, students, and family by email if needed. We've been working around the clock, keeping up with updates, protocols, and maintaining contact with DPH health officials, and will continue to do so while school is closed. If anybody has any questions, concerns, or needs additional support in any way, please do not hesitate to reach out. I hope you and your family stay safe and healthy. Jamie Staniels, school nurse for Nauset Regional High School, 508-255-1505. During the school closure, our food services program will be opening up a grab-and-go service for students in order to offer free breakfast and lunch to all families. This program is being offered for children 18 years of age and under. By providing meals that would typically be provided during the school day, families will be allowed to pick up meals for their own children on a daily basis. There will be 4 locations for this grab-and-go food program. Parents may pick up meals at any one of our 4 locations, including Eddy Elementary School, Orleans Elementary School, East Ham Elementary School, and Wellfleet Elementary School. The grab-and-go meals will be available for pickup from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. daily, Monday through Friday. And finally, all high school students should be checking their student emails for ongoing teacher assignments. During the closure, teachers will be doing their best to connect with their students for remote learning. This is new for all of us. The hope is to do your best with any assignments given, and if you have any questions or concerns, stay in contact with your teachers via email. Now for our lineup, we have a top story by Jordan Hour, What Are Students Doing to Stay Busy During the School Closures? A Things to Do by Kylie Shelley, College Notebook by Isabel Merle, a sports rundown by our Sports Rundown reporters, and a health tip by Jordan Hour, and finally a special report by Isabel Merle on how the A2 Honors Video class won the Massachusetts Burn Awareness Contests. Thank you. On to the next segment.
Hello, I'm Jordan Hour here with this week's top story. Today I'll be talking about what students have been doing to keep themselves entertained and busy while social distancing during the coronavirus pandemic. For me, since I'm a senior, I have spent most of my time writing scholarship essays. I have also gone for numerous walks with my family, read some books, and watched some movies during the evenings. I know this quarantine time can be very stressful, but as long as people are spending time with their families and keeping themselves busy and productive, it should be much more bearable. Let's go talk to my brother Jack, who's home from college, about what he's been doing during social distancing.
So I'm here with my brother Jack. Can you tell us a little bit about where you go to school and what they did about the coronavirus?
So I go to Harvard, and this past week was our spring break. But before spring break, they notified us on that Tuesday that we had to vacate our dorms by the Friday before spring break, and that we wouldn't be returning after spring break. So all my classes for the rest of the semester are online via Zoom. Haven't got to experience what that is like yet, but I haven't heard the best things. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes.
And how have you been passing your time while social distancing?
I've been trying to get prepared for my classes, because, spring break is over now. And I've also been watching a ton of TVs and movies, so, the new shows on Netflix and movies that just came on demand. And I've been going for rides with my sister, listening to music. So, fun times.
All right, well, thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Nauset News. This has been your top story with Jordan Hour, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Hello, I'm Isabel Merle, here from home with this week's College Notebook. Today I'll be discussing a few schools located in the Boston area that start with the letter B. First, Babson College in Wellesley is a private college located about 30 minutes outside of Boston. If you're interested in business, Babson is a great option for you as it ranks #1 in entrepreneurship. The acceptance rate is 24%, making it a pretty selective school. Next, Bentley University is located in Waltham, about 25 minutes outside of Boston. With an acceptance rate of 44%, Bentley is moderately selective. Bentley is known for its majors in business, accounting, marketing, and finance. With a student-to-faculty ratio of 11:1, Bentley ensures that its students will work directly with their professors. Lastly, Boston College is located in Newton, about 20 minutes outside of Boston. With an acceptance rate of 28%, BC is a pretty selective school. Its most popular majors include economics, finance, biology, political science, and communications. These are all great options for students looking to be close to Boston while not experiencing the everyday hustle and bustle of the city life. I'm Isabel Merle. Stay safe and have a great weekend.
I'm very happy to see the Nauset students doing online courses at home. I mean, why just be home without some sort of structure? You might as well use your time wisely here, and you don't have to get dressed to go to school. You don't have to spend time driving and using gas. There's a lot of upsides to this. So I'm sure that you see that as well. So I think it's a good idea to make yourself a schedule so you can stay focused and have a structure to your day, and then reward yourself with something you really love to do, like take your walk or go for a bike ride, and make sure that you have a balance on inside and outside activity. And that's what I have to say about that. I have 3 kids that went to Nauset and they did very well, but I don't know how they would react to all of this. This is a whole new world that we're all experiencing, and it's surreal. But I think that if we all stay positive and give each other ideas, then we can get through this, and it's not going to last forever. So good luck to you, Nauset students, and I cheer you on, and I know you'll do well. It's a great school system.
We are now here with Greg Johnson, my longtime friend, and Greg Johnson is a teacher at the Nauset Middle School, and today he's going to be sharing some thoughts about mindfulness and about doing some indoor workouts. Mr. Johnson is a longtime lifeguard for the town of Orleans at Nauset Beach. He is a musician. You might see him doing some James Taylor tribute concerts in the area. And he's also a very talented artist, where we have murals all over Cape Cod, beautiful murals in Provincetown, beautiful murals right here in Orleans that you might see at the bowling alley, for instance. So we're lucky that he had a chance today to talk to us. So our first question to Greg Johnson is, Greg, if you could just tell us a little bit about being present, something about mindfulness in these stressful times.
Yeah, thanks, Katie. I had the opportunity to work with John Sims at the middle school as his assistant teaching adventure education. And at the very beginning of the terms, we talk a lot to the kids about staying in the present moment, how the mind can bring you off into the future, back to the past, and very rarely are we actually right here in the present moment. So there's a real skill at trying to keep yourself in the present moment. Not many of us are capable of doing that. But one way you can do it is to go into your body and follow your breaths, as in yoga, or just closing your eyes and spending some time feeling the air moving in and out of your body. And that's all you've got to do. If you want to count your breaths, you can try doing that. But just try to follow the air flowing in and out of your body to stop your mind from going off into the future or back to the past, because they don't exist anymore. The past is history, the future is a mystery. The moment is a gift, and that's why they call it the present. So try to stay in the present moment. That's what we teach the kids.
We're not restricted to take a walk in our neighborhood, to take a walk in the woods.
Yeah, it's an excellent time to do that because you really don't have a choice. So instead of staying home and feeling depressed and feeling like you're trapped in your house, if you have a pet, go outside, take your dogs to the beach. We're here on Cape Cod. There's so many beautiful places you can go out for a walk. Down at Nauset Beach, Nickerson Park, Kents Point in Orleans is where I like to take my dogs. But just to get outside and maybe reconnect with nature, good idea to do that. And what better time, because your choice is to stay indoors or get outside and see some places you haven't seen in a long time or have never seen before. So take this opportunity to get out of your own head and go outside and enjoy the outdoors and nature, because it's all over Cape Cod. It's all over the world, but we especially are blessed to have the ocean right next to us.
All right, now we have one final question. On the days that we do need to stay indoor, for instance, if it's raining, but even on a day that it's not and we want to continue strength training and we can't hit a gym and maybe we don't have weights at the house, what do you suggest to all age groups, whether you're a teenager or whether you're a grandparent and you want to continue to stay strong?
Well, there's a lot of things you can do without having a weight room or a fitness center or a pool in your own home. You can do a standard push-up. You can do crunches. I mean, every morning I have a routine for my core that I try to get through, and there's plenty of room in your house to set up chairs if you wanted to do, say, dip push-ups, where you can go a little bit lower because the chairs have elevated you. If you have a bar that goes across your doorway sill, you can do pull-ups. Go outside, find a tree limb that's straight across and do your pull-ups out there. There are plenty of ways to stay in shape where you don't need a gym and weights and things like that. So be creative and come up with ways to motivate yourself to do something, because you really don't have a choice without the weights other than to do something that will enable you to gain strength, and push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups and things like that are the perfect replacement for weights.
Okay. Well, we're going to be saying thank you and we're going to sign off, but do you have any last words to any of our students or any of our teachers, any of our administrators, to give them a sense of calm as we say goodbye today to you, who always is able to, you have those vibes, you always have, Greg. You have a sense of calm about you.
I would just say try to be as patient as you can. And if you're, again, go back to the mindfulness thing, if you're starting to get really antsy because you feel like you're trapped indoors, try to go into your body. It's the anchor to your mind. If your mind is off like a wild river going all over the place and you're feeling a little bit anxious because of that, then try to go inward and spend 10 minutes a day or 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, and try to listen to your breaths and try to calm your mind and know that this won't go on forever. We don't know how long it'll be, but try to be in the moment is my message. Try to stay right here, because we are rarely here. And now is a good opportunity to practice staying in the moment. So work on that. There's my message.
Hi, I'm Margaret Dixon, and today I will be updating you on spring sports. Normally, spring sports would be underway at this time, but unfortunately, we are at home due to COVID-19. Student athletes, especially if they play a spring sport, should try to stay fit by walking, running, and biking, as well as practicing if possible. While exercising, make sure you are practicing social distancing and stay near your homes. Inside your houses, student athletes can do core exercises like sit-ups, push-ups, yoga, and more. If students have any questions about workouts at home, please email your spring coaches, Athletic Director John Matson, or Trainer Michelle Pavlou. According to the MIA and nausetsports.org, spring sports are expected to start Monday, April 27th. Stay tuned for details by checking the Nauset Sports website, nausetsports.org, and by following them at Twitter at Nauset Sports. Finally, congratulations to Nauset Junior Monique Malcolm, who was selected this week to the Boston Globe All-Scholastic Indoor Track Team for the winter season. Congrats, Monique. Please stay safe, everybody.
Hi, I'm Kylie Shelley, and welcome to Things to Do. Now, I know this may not be what you're normally used to, but let's give it a shot, right? I know being out of school is totally boring and driving us all crazy. I have a few suggestions for some activities you can do on your Corona vacation. You could take a walk around your neighborhood with your dogs or family, get some fresh air, maybe even play a game of soccer or baseball with your siblings. You could bake a cake, cookies, or any type of sweets to make your Netflix binge a little sweeter. Create something new, maybe a painting or a drawing of your cat or dog. You can even start a YouTube channel or become a TikTok star, since I know you're all scrolling through your phones on TikTok because you're sitting on your couch or your bed bored. Maybe even clean out your closet and donate some old clothes. Now here's a movie you can watch. I know the cinemas are all closed, but I've picked one movie on Netflix that I can recommend. The show The Society is a thrilling, leaving you on edge type of show. Without parents around, students must step up to the plate and take responsibility. How well will that turn out? You'll have to watch and see. The movie Big Fat Liar is definitely one of the most funniest movies I've ever watched. It was my favorite movie as a kid, and it's still one of my favorite movies now. A young kid with a big imagination gets himself into quite a predicament with a big-time movie producer. It may seem a little blue, but it's a good laugh with your family and will definitely make this time off from school a little bit easier. Be sure to be doing your schoolwork and have a good week. I'm Kylie Shelley, and this was Things to Do.
Hello, I'm Drew Nauer here with this week's Health Tip Report. Today I'll be talking about how to strengthen and maintain a healthy immune system. First, be sure to eat large amounts of fruits and vegetables along with drinking a lot of water. Specifically, citrus fruits such as oranges and grapefruits, and vegetables such as bell peppers and broccoli. Another way to build up your immune system is to eliminate stressors in your life and maintain a healthy weight by exercising regularly. Exercising can be done in the gym, but being in the sun will be even more effective because natural light helps with the production of vitamin D. So, go for a walk or run outside. Also, avoid smoking because smoking will damage your immune system since it damages your lungs. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Nauset News. I'm Drew Nauer, and I hope you have a great weekend.
This is what my family calls the bamboo forest. It's in my backyard. It started as just a few pieces growing in the back corner of our yard, but eventually, it completely took over an entire garden. When I was young, my best friend and I would crawl through and pretend we were explorers. We eventually found a little opening and would come out there every single day to play in the snow. We would tell secrets and stories and ban our older brothers from coming close to our spot. Nowadays, the forest is notorious for being a great hide-and-seek spot. Although, I refuse to approach it at night since it becomes so eerie in the dark. This area is so bittersweet since so many amazing memories were made there, although they are in the past.
Hello, I'm Isabel Merle, here with this week's special report. Today I'll be talking about the A2 Honors Video Production Class's first place win in the Massachusetts Burn Awareness Contest. The contest is a statewide video contest in which students make and submit fire prevention PSA videos. Each year, the Nauset Video Tech classes enter this contest, and this is the first year that they took home the first place prize. The winners were Jordan Auer, myself, Isabel Merle, Kylie Shelley, and Max Lang. These students collaborated with the Eastham Fire Department in order to create their video. They took a field trip to the fire department to gather important information on fire prevention. They even had a cameo from Deputy Fire Chief Dan Keene in their video. The 4 students won a $200 Best Buy gift card as well as a new video camera for the school. Congrats and great job to these Nauset Video Tech students. I'm Isabel Merle. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Come, Sweet Red. Here's some cake to take to your grandmother. She's ill and weak. It will do her good.
Okay, Mother. I'll see you at dusk.
Is that you, Little Red? Oh, come in, my dear.
Hello, Grandmother. I heard you weren't feeling well, so I brought you some freshly baked cake.
They smell decadent.
Oh, Grandmother, what big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
Oh, Grandmother, what long hair you have.
The better to meet my Prince Charming with.
Oh, Grandmother, why do you have so much plugged into the outlet over there? That could start a fire.
Oh, forgive me, my dear, but I cannot bend over to unplug them.
Oh, grandmother, what's that burning smell? Did you leave the cookies in the oven again? Oh yes, something is definitely burning. I'm going to go check the kitchen. Oh, grandmother, you left the oven on again. I turned it off for you.
Oh, I've been so forgetful lately. What a bother living alone.
Didn't you hear the smoke detector going off?
Oh, was that what those were? I could have sworn they were birds.
Did you curl your hair again this morning? I see your curling iron still plugged in.
How do my luscious locks look?
Oh, grandmother, why did you place that candle so close to the curtain?
So I may see my way to bed at night.
Grandmother, you put yourself in so much danger being so forgetful. Maybe we should have someone come in and talk to you about fire safety.
Oh, what a grand idea. You must truly adore me.
Is that the big bat?
Deputy Fire Chief, Grandma, I'm here with your new smoke alarm, and if you like, I can install it as well. And if you don't mind, I'll look around for other fire hazards.
What's up, Nauset High School?
We love Nauset! What's up, Nauset?
Hi, Nauset. Yeah.
Have a good school year, guys.
Welcome to Nauset News!